Alright, I'm gonna... It's the Hawk. You're watching the Hawk Sports Update. This is my WWE Elimination Chamber review. Overall, guys, I give this pay-per-view 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't outstanding, but it wasn't really bad either. My biggest complaint is that one of the Elimination Chamber matches was not the main event. I don't understand why the ambulance match was the main event. Nothing really big happened after the match. I don't quite get it. Me personally, I think that the SmackDown Elimination Chamber should have been the main event, and I'll tell you why. Just go in order here. First match of the night was the Raw Elimination Chamber. You got CM Punk, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Miz, Kofi Kingston, and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho obviously earning the number 6 spot. I really thought, even though I was pulling for CM Punk, I really thought Jericho was going to win this match. Probably if he didn't do what he did, he probably would have. I'll get more in depth in that in a minute. I'm not on the 15-minute limit, so I'll get as in depth as I can, and I'll do my best to keep it under 15. But I know that you all have better things to do than sit here and watch a video for 30 minutes, so I'll try my best to get as in depth as I can, but not to drag it on too much as well. So R-Truth is the first guy eliminated, and really, if they're going to do this to R-Truth, I don't really see why he's in this match. I mean, it's like they build him up and they make it look like they're going to give him a push, and then they just make him look like an idiot in the chamber. I don't quite understand that. He's in there for like, I don't know, like 5 minutes, and he gets eliminated. Jericho eliminates Kofi Kingston, but even at that, I think that I can tell that they're really trying to give Kofi Kingston a push right now. They made him look outstanding in this match. Kofi Kingston actually held his own in this match, which is something that I didn't think I was going to see. I thought that Kofi Kingston, if anything, was going to be the quick elimination, but they actually made Kofi Kingston look really good in this match. So, really interested to see how they're going to push him. Maybe give him a run for the U.S. title against Jack Swagger. Not too sure exactly what they're going to do with him, but it looks like they're really trying to give him a push right now. They really made him look good in this match. Kofi Kingston taps out to the walls of Jericho, and after that, and I'm gonna go inside because it's cold out here. But turn on this light. Oh, okay. Like I was saying, Kofi Kingston taps out to the walls of Jericho, and then Jericho just He does his thing that he's made famous, basically, where he holds them in the walls for several seconds after the tap out. He then proceeds to basically start beating his ass. Throws him out the chamber, and then he's basically sitting there kind of admiring his work, I guess you could say, and CM Punk drills him in the back of the head with a spinning heel kick. Which knocked him out. Jericho doesn't come back. Jericho's out of the match. Jericho is going to be even more heel now than he already was. He's going to come back on Raw tomorrow night and say, I didn't get pinned, I didn't tap out. He's going to tell CM Punk, you didn't beat me. So I believe Jericho and CM Punk at WrestleMania We're gonna watch the build-up, but as of right now, I think that Jericho is probably going to end up taking the belt from Punk at WrestleMania. That's just me. All this hype about Jericho and him coming back and just everything he's doing, he's got to get the belt sometime. I just see it, and I was surprised that he didn't get it tonight. But so Jericho's out. CM Punk hits the GTS, wins the match. 1, 2, 3. Next match was the Divas Championship, Beth Phoenix versus Tamina. Once again, I really like what the WWE is doing in the Divas division. They were really trying to push Tamina. They actually made her look really good in this match, even though she did, in fact, lose to Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix keeps the belt. And I think the reason for that is because, remember, Karma did come back at the Royal Rumble, so I think that this is setting up for Karma Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania, at which point Karma will take the belt. Beth Phoenix is saying nobody can beat her. Karma's going to prove otherwise. I think that Karma versus Tamina wouldn't have been that entertaining of a match, especially them both being faces. So I think that, although I was pulling for Tamina in this match, I think that they made the right move by keeping the belt with Beth Phoenix. It was actually a very entertaining match, surprisingly, for a Divas match. Tamina actually put up a fight. It wasn't total domination like we're used to seeing in Beth Phoenix matches, but she eventually did hit the Glam Slam and win the match. Next match was the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Me personally, I thought this Chamber match was better than the Raw match, and Daniel Bryan came in at number 6, and he was able to keep his belt. Great Khali got eliminated really fast, like faster than R-Truth did, I think. I think he was only in there like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and he got eliminated. Santino actually eliminated Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett. There's a part in there where Big Show actually breaks into Daniel Bryan's pod and just really beating his ass, basically, and both of those did a great job of selling that. Eventually, Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes double team up on Big Show to get him out. So it comes down to Santino and Daniel Bryan. Remember, in my predictions, I predicted Daniel Bryan to win, but I was actually pulling for Santino, but I didn't really expect him to win. There were several points in this match where I thought that the WWE was going to give us a holy shit moment again and actually allow Santino to not only win the World Heavyweight Championship, but to do it inside the Elimination Chamber. He actually does hit the Cobra on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan kicks out. Daniel Bryan gets him in the label lock, and Santino actually lasted longer in this move than I've seen a lot of superstars last in it. He actually looked like at one point that he was going to be able to get out of it, but Daniel Bryan actually ended up kind of converting it into kind of a chokehold. He went from the face and moved his arm down and actually got the arm around the neck. So, of course, Santino getting choked out, losing his breath, no choice but to tap out there. They made Santino look really, really, really good in this match. I am so glad that that the Santino joke days are over. He'll actually get a push now. Maybe run for the Intercontinental Championship against Cody Rhodes. They're going to have a rivalry because Santino eliminated him by a roll-up, and right after Santino eliminated him, he does crossroads to him. So I believe that that's setting up for a Santino-Cody Rhodes rivalry. Maybe Santino, Cody Rhodes, Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania. Might be speaking too soon on that, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm just so glad they finally gave Santino a legitimate push. I've been waiting so long to see that. I've been getting tired of his stupid antics. It got to the point to where it wasn't even funny anymore. It was just getting old to see. But Daniel Bryan does win the match. I'm sick of seeing him win. After that, I don't understand why they're keeping the belt with him. I mean, he's basically a paper champion. I mean, that's the way I look at it. He doesn't win legitimately. He won legitimately tonight. I will give him his props for tonight. But 9 times out of 10, he's always winning by DQ or count out or forfeit. You know, some stupid thing like that. But no. After the match, Sheamus comes out and makes his announcement without saying any words, but he comes out and brings the house to Daniel Bryan, leaves Daniel Bryan down on his back, effectively making the statement that he will be challenging Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, at which point he's going to take the belt from him. I mean, it's obvious. Why make the Royal Rumble winner look bad? That would just take the credibility away from the Royal Rumble and everything it means. So I do see Sheamus beating Daniel Bryan. So there's that. And then we get to there was a promo. John Laurinaitis was in the ring, and I'm not going to talk too much about this promo. I didn't see the reason for it. Mark Henry comes out. Alberto Del Rio made his return in this promo. Christian made his return in this promo. It's good to see Christian back. It's good to see Del Rio back. I think that'll make for a lot more interesting TV shows. But I didn't see the reason for this promo. I really didn't. Then you have a card filler match, basically thrown together at the last minute. Jack Swagger defending the United States Championship against Justin Gabriel. Jack Swagger wins and keeps his title. I didn't particularly like that match. It seemed like it never really got off the ground. It just wasn't interesting to me. I think that it probably would have been better if maybe they had at least built it up a little bit. Even if we had just found out about it on Friday Night SmackDown, like the whole Santino thing, but it was just, we found out it was going to happen, and then 2 minutes later it happened, and it was like a 5-minute match. I think if they had allowed this more time, I think that it actually probably could have been an interesting match, but they just rushed it like they always seem to do, and Jack Swagger retains the belt. Then we get to the last match. I don't understand why this was the main event. Like I said, if it was me, I would have rather had the SmackDown Elimination Chamber as the main event, especially with Santino's big push. Santino made that match. Daniel Bryan didn't make that match. Santino made that match as exciting as it was. But main event, ambulance match, John Cena versus Kane. This was not a wrestling match. I don't think anybody thought it would be. This was just a fight, basically. Cena ends up beating Kane. There was actually one spot where Kane threw Cena into the ambulance, and he had one of the doors shut, and it looked like he was actually going to pick up the win, and Cena just kept kicking the door open. Cena got very, very brutal in this match. Something that we haven't been used to seeing from him in the past, but here recently he has been getting more physical and more brutal, I guess you could say, in his matches. But John Cena does beat Kane. I know that I predicted Kane to win, but at the same time I can understand why John Cena beat Kane. I mean, why make John Cena look bad going into Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 28? You want to build up Cena and hype him up as much as you can, and so I don't really know what I was thinking last night when I predicted Kane to win, but I can definitely see why they had Cena win that match. I just, like I said, I don't quite get why they had that as the main event. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Have we seen the last of Kane? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. But so just a quick recap. Raw Elimination Chamber. CM Punk wins. I was going for CM Punk, but I predicted Jericho. Divas Championship. Beth Phoenix wins. I predicted Tamina. I was going for Tamina, so that's 0 for 2. U.S. Championship. I didn't make a prediction because I didn't know about it. Jack Swagger wins. SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Daniel Bryan wins. I predicted Daniel Bryan, but I was pulling for Santino, but he actually did make it to the final two, so that was still nice to see. Ambulance match. I predicted Kane. I was pulling for Cena. We got Cena. So I'm 1 for 4 on picks on the night. Daniel Bryan allowed me to not be winless. I knew they were going to do that. I mean, that was the easiest pick of the night for me. I knew that somehow Daniel Bryan was going to keep his belt. But this whole pay-per-view wasn't as exciting as I thought it could have been. There were certain points in the night, like for example the John Laurinaitis promo, like what are they doing that for? But and I understand, you got to fill the card, you got to take up the time somehow, but if anything, make one of the chamber matches go longer. That would have definitely been much more exciting to see. But I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to push Santino and Kofi Kingston going forward, especially Santino. But I will be doing a Raw review after tomorrow night's Raw, because it was announced that Undertaker will be there in person to call out Triple H. So I will be doing a Raw review. I don't usually do those, only when it's something really big, and obviously that's really big. So, but yeah, Elimination Chamber. If you were to ask me, would it be worth getting the encore of this, I would say no. I mean, I always get the pay-per-views just so that I always know what's going on, but if you're somebody that's not really that big into wrestling and you're just kind of curious, I wouldn't spend $45 on it. But all of this is building up for the hype of WrestleMania. WrestleMania had better deliver. You got Rock versus Cena, Jericho versus CM Punk, possibly, most likely. You've got Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for sure. You've got Undertaker versus, most likely, Triple H, possibly somebody else. They are stacking the card for WrestleMania this year, and me personally, I can't wait. But that's your Elimination Chamber review. I hope you liked it. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Give me maybe some of your predictions of the WWE going forward. Be sure and subscribe. Be sure and like this video, rate this video, and all that good stuff. And I appreciate everything. But this video has gone on far too long, so I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna put this up. So that's my review, guys. something I never seen in any pay-per-view ever before that I can remember. The champions were 4 for 4. Punk retained, Daniel Bryan retained, Beth retained, and Jack Swagger retained. Don't quite understand why they did that either. I would have had at least one of the champions lose the belt, even if it was Jack Swagger. I guess they're just trying to make the champions look legitimate. Don't really know, but anyway, okay. That's my review, and like I said, subscribe, comment, like, rate. Let me know what you think, and I'll hit you back. You sub me, I sub you. That's how it works. So, anyway, that's my Elimination Chamber review. Let me know what you think about it. This is the Hawk, and I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.